Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Debo. We are going to be doing a pick'em for the latest NFL Week 1. And any content that you guys would like to see, let me know in the comments down below. And leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy. Thanks. So, the first matchup is the Texans and the Chiefs. Now, the Texans have they have Deshaun Watson. He's really good, and he's unbelievable. I can't fucking believe the Jags passed. Anyway, so we look at that game, and the Chiefs have star power everywhere with Mahomes, Hill, Kelsey. Their defense isn't that bad, and honestly, I'm not too sold on the Texans' offensive line. So I'm going to have to say I'm going to pick the Chiefs in this one, but it's not going to be a blowout in my opinion. I think the Chiefs are going to definitely take this one. Next up, we have the Bills versus the Jets. Now, I'm not a fan of the Bills. I'm from Rochester, so I should like them, but I think they're one of the most overrated teams in the NFL. Josh Allen, I mean, he overthrows targets. If you look at the Texans game last year when they played in the playoffs, he choked. He fucking choked so bad. He's just throwing bombs, and it was terrible. But on the other hand, the Jets, do I really have to go through this? Like, it's the fucking Jets. Like, they are fucking god-awful. I'd take the Bills in a blowout. Next up, the Packers versus the Vikings. This is a really tough one for me because on one hand, you have Aaron Rodgers on one side, but he doesn't have many scores around him. He has Aaron Jones. Their defense is okay in my opinion, but they don't have receivers out there. They don't have a lot out there. But then the Vikings, they don't really have a quarterback. So it's kind of hard for me to pick, but the Vikings, they are a tough team to figure out because, like I said, they just got Yannick Ngakoue, but he's not good at stuffing the run whatsoever. And to be honest, that game would be one of the closer games of Week 1. But honestly, I can't bet against Aaron Rodgers. I'm going to take the Packers. It's going to be a close one, though. Next up, oh, God, I fucking laugh every time I see this. The Philadelphia Eagles versus the Washington football team. I mean, come on, man. Can we just talk about how they couldn't even find a name, so they're just the Washington football team? I would have taken the Washington Football Club. I would have taken so many other things. That is one of the fucking worst names ever. And then it's just a W. Like, Washington's a fucking mess. But they got Ron Rivera. That's good. Dwayne Haskins, I don't really know about him. The running game is okay, maybe. And the receivers, Terry McLaurin is not awful. But, I mean, it's the Redskins. It's one of the bottom 5 people in the league. I'm going to take the Eagles, and I would take a blowout, honestly. Next up, we have the Browns versus the Ravens. Now, everyone heard about the Odell thing that he likes getting shat on and stuff like that. Now, that's a whole nother topic, honestly. But Baker Mayfield, I'm not really sold on him. I'm not really sold on Baker Mayfield. Odell, honestly, ever since he got to Cleveland, I'm not really sold on him. I mean, he did that one great catch with the Giants, but then he had the boat incident. I don't really know, honestly, what would happen with that. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Garrett is suspended, so I don't think he's going to be playing. I could be wrong, but I mean, the other side's got Lamar Jackson, Mark Ingram, Marquise Brown. I mean, they got a stud defense. They got Patrick Queen. They made a lot of fucking moves this offseason, and they got Calais Campbell for only a 5th round pick too. I take the Ravens. I don't see the Ravens losing this game. It struggles for me to talk about this one. Next, we have the Jags versus the Colts. Do I even have to go through this anymore? Do I even have to go through about the Jags? I mean, they have no fucking shot. I mean, if you look at it, we can't beat Phillip Rivers in San Diego or Los Angeles, so there's no fucking point in even thinking the Jags can win. If they somehow pull off a miracle, comment down below. If the Jags win, what do you want me to do? Because I'll do it. Because I'm telling you right now, they ain't fucking winning shit. They have nothing. Unless Gardner Minshew pulls some shit like Minshew magic again. Come on, man. I would take the Colts in a blowout. And I wouldn't even think I would. If there's a betting, I take the fucking. I would take the Colts and I put a lot of fucking money on that. Like, it's not going to be close. Like I said, down in the comments, put down what you want me to do if the Jags actually pull off a fucking victory. Next up, we have the Las Vegas Raiders versus the Panthers. Now, I don't really know what to make of the Panthers, and honestly, I don't really know what to make of the Raiders. The Raiders, John Gruden, I mean, he's proven to have something, not really a lot. I love Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs, if you have him in your fantasy league, that's a good running back to have. He's going to go off this season, I'm telling you. Not really sold on Derek Carr, but on the other hand, the Panthers don't really have great talent, but they have one of the best running backs in the league in Christian McCaffrey. This is controversial. But honestly, I'm going to pick the Panthers. I don't know why. I don't think the Raiders have it. I would pick the Panthers. I wouldn't be shocked if the Raiders take it, but I'm going to take the Panthers in this one. And I think it's going to be very close. This is one of those games, if you're in a Survivor League, stay away from it, because this is not a good game to pick. In the next game, Bears versus the Lions. The Lions are an interesting team. They have Matthew Stafford. They have oh my god, I can't fucking remember it. The coach that came from New England, it was a defensive coordinator, Patricia. Matt Patricia. I like him as a coach. Don't really love the overall team. They picked up Okudah. That's a good first rounder. That's a good corner to get. But I don't really love their defense. But on the other hand, Chicago, I mean, they have Mitch Trubisky starting. Do I even have to say any more? Like, their receivers, Allen Robinson's good. I don't mind their running backs. David Montgomery, they're mad good. Their defense, phenomenal. I love their defense, but they have Mitch Trubisky at quarterback. And honestly, I would bet against that all day. I'm taking the Lions. Like, Mitch Trubisky is at quarterback. Like, if you have another option, if you have Foles, maybe. And that's a very, very, like, that's a big maybe. I still wouldn't take them very much. But I would give him a better chance with Foles than Trubisky. Trubisky has been god-awful. I mean, you traded up to get him and everything like that. Like, that was the worst fucking thing that the Bears could do. They traded up to pick Trubisky. I mean, come on, man. But, no. I would take the Lions in this one, definitely. So, next up, we have the Seahawks versus the Falcons. This is honestly a really tough one. Mostly because I don't know what Atlanta's going to be. I really, Julio Jones is good. Matt Ryan's normally good as far as I know. The running game is iffy. Their defense is iffy. But the Seahawks, I don't really know how great that defense is going to be. Is it going to be as great as the other time? But at the end of the day, they have Russell Wilson, and that kind of cancels out everything. So I'm going to take the Seahawks in this one. And I think it's going to be closer than people think, honestly. I would stay away from this one if you're a Survivor guy. Next up is the Dolphins versus the Patriots. Now, this is honestly, as weird as this sounds, I mean, I'm going to take the Patriots, but everyone listening, don't sleep on the Dolphins. I'm telling you. Don't sleep on the Dolphins. The Dolphins, they had a good coach last year. They won with nobodies. They have Tua coming in. They made a bunch of good signings. I'm telling you, watch out. They are going to be good. The Patriots are going to win this one because of Bill Belichick and Cam Newton. Cam Newton's on my fantasy team also, so I kind of want the Patriots to win. But anyway, so I take the Patriots, but I'm telling you, do not sleep on the Dolphins. The Dolphins aren't going to be a terrible team this year. Next up, we have two bottom 10 draft teams. The Chargers versus the Bengals. Now, the Bengals are interesting because they have Joe Burrow. But to be honest, I mean, AJ Green is iffy all the time. I don't really know if he's going to play. Tyler Boyd's good. Joe Mixon, he got an extension. He's very good. Their defense, I really don't know what to make of it. But the Chargers, they have a phenomenal defense. Melvin Gordon, Joey Bosa, they have a great defense. Derwin James is out, so that kind of takes it a step back. But they have Justin Herbert, and honestly, I'm not a huge. I don't know about this one. This is a tough one. If you're playing a Survivor League, I'm telling you, stay away from this one. I could see it going either way. I'm gonna take the Chargers just because Tyrod Taylor has more experience than Burrow, and I don't really know what Burrow's gonna be. And honestly, I'm not a huge fan of Burrow. I really did not like him that much in college. Okay, so spoiler alert. Yeah, no. I don't think he's going to be that great in the NFL. That's just me, though. But I would take the Charge in this one. Next up, Cardinals and Niners. It should be the Niners win in a blowout. That's what it should be. But they have Jimmy G, and I'm not a huge fan of Jimmy G, honestly. I mean, I honestly thought that he was really good in New England, and then he got traded and then just shit the bed, basically. But the Cardinals made that move for DeAndre Hopkins. They got Isaiah Simmons, a great all-around player for your defense. He can play almost anywhere. And if they don't play him, they're actually a dumb fucking franchise. If they don't fucking find a place for Isaiah Simmons, they are fucking awful. Kingsbury, find a fucking spot for that guy. That guy is fucking sick. So they have Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins. They have a decent defense. And they run that run and shoot type of thing where they normally do not run under center. They throw quick passes. They are a passing team. I think I'm gonna take the Cardinals. I think that they are gonna shock some people and beat the Niners this weekend. I really believe that one. Another tough one at 4. Holy shit. Now the Bucs and the Saints. So the Saints, you know the drill. Drew Brees, Alvin Kamara, Michael Thomas. I mean, they're loaded. They have a great offense. Defense, it's okay. Marshawn Lattimore is But the Bucs, they're the unknown. They are the definition of unknown. We don't know what Tom Brady's going to look like. Honestly, he did not look great in New England. He did not. If you look back, he was overthrowing, underthrowing. He did not look great. I did not like him in New England, and I don't really love him in the Bucs. But Bruce Arians got Jameis Winston to throw 32 touchdowns and 30 picks. That means they're going to throw the ball a ton. They just got Fournette, which is a good back in the backfield. I liked him. I still think he's going to be good in the league. They have Mike Evans. They have Gronk. They have made moves aplenty. I don't know if they have enough to beat the Saints, though, and I don't know if they're going to gel enough to beat the Saints. I'm going to take the Saints. I think that they're more gelled as a unit, and I think they're just going to come together more. That's the only reason, though. Talent-wise, they're neck and neck, honestly. And the Bucs might be a little bit higher. But just because of the experience, I would definitely take the Saints in this one, though. Now, the Sunday night game, Cowboys versus the Rams. Dak's overrated. I'm sorry, Cowboys fans. Blow me up in the comments. Woo! Dak's the fucking best, He's fucking great. You're just wrong, okay? Zeke's good. Your offensive line's good. Dak's good. I'm not fucking shocked. Your receivers are meh. I like them. They're not crazy. The Ramsey's a bitch. He just fucking got $105 million, the highest paid, whatever the fuck he wants. Oh my God. But they have Jared Goff at the end of the day. I'm not a fan of Jared Goff. I thought he was not great coming out of college. I don't think he's that great now. I think he's a product of Sean McVay. That's it. They have a decent offense. Their running game, I really don't know who's going to be the running back right now. Their defense is good, but both of these teams have their flaws. But honestly, I think the Dallas flaws are more. I think Dak Prescott just ain't it. And I honestly don't love Mike McCarthy as a coach. So I'm going to take the Rams in this one. And this is not one I'd pick either. This is not a lock. I would not pick this one at all. Now, the two Monday night games are up next. Now, we have the Steelers versus the Giants. Boy, oh boy. My brothers are fans of both teams. Like, my brother likes the Giants, and the other one likes the Steelers. My mom likes the Steelers. My dad likes the Giants. This is gonna be a fun weekend. So, the Giants, they have Saquon Barkley. I mean, Daniel Jones played okay last year, but, I mean, their receivers are meh. Their defense is Like, I really can't make much out of it. The Steelers are unknown, though. I don't know what Big Ben's going to look like. I don't know what running back they're going to have. I think it's James Conner. I'm not particularly sure. Their receivers are, I mean, they got Juju, but I always thought he was a 2, honestly. I never thought he was a 1. Their line's good. Their defense is the Steelers. They're going to come out with a decent defense. They got Minkah Fitzpatrick last year. That was a great move by them. You were not going to get anybody in the, they had the 20-something pick. You're not going to get anybody that's as good as Minkah Fitzpatrick there. But honestly, I'm going to take the Steelers in this one. I just don't think Daniel Jones I don't think Daniel Jones is going to shine in prime time. And I honestly, the Joe Judge move, I was not a big fan of either. I don't love their coach. And yeah, I would not, I would pick the Steelers. Yeah, I would pick the Steelers, and I don't really think it's going to be that close. I would take this one if you're in a Survivor League. And finally, the Broncos versus the Titans. Do I even have to explain this one very much? I mean, the Titans did very well last year. We all know what happened. They beat the Patriots. They went on. They beat the Ravens. And then they lost to the Chiefs. So, I mean, they're a good team. Honestly, I didn't think they were going to be that good. Well, they just got Jadeveon Clowney. So, they got better there, okay? The Broncos, Von Miller's out. I don't like their defense. Bradley Chubb, I mean, yeah, but you don't have Von Miller on the other side. I don't love their corners. I don't love their secondary. And their linebackers are in it to me. I don't really love them. And honestly, I ain't sold on Drew Lock. Everybody's talking about, oh, Drew Lock's like, really? Drew Lock. Like, come on now. Really? Drew Lock? I don't love Ryan Tannehill. I don't love the Titans. But I got to say, I think this is a lock. I would pick the Titans, all day, every day. I don't even think I would think twice about this one. So, just a quick recap. My 3 locks of the week. Titans over the Broncos. I would take that bar none. If you're a betting guy, I would take the Titans. I would put a lot of money in the Titans. Colts and the Jags. Do I really even have to go through that? We fucking blow. The Jags blow. We are terrible. If we win, I'm telling you, drop something in the comments you want me to do. If we win this week, I will do it. The highest the one with the comment with the highest likes, I will do it. Anything, okay? And the third one is the Ravens over the Browns, okay? Now, I hope you guys have a really good weekend. I will probably see you before that, but I hope you guys enjoy your Sunday, and I hope you guys are happy that football's back, because God knows I am. I am so happy that football's back. Now, this has been Debo, and I'm going to be doing this every single week for the football season. I'm going to be doing a pick'em. If you guys like this, please, if you guys enjoy this, please like the video so I know I should put more of these out. And subscribe if you're new. It really helps me out. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you later.